Welcome to this week's Pound for Pound ATL Think Tank. And you already know, hey, I'm Toby D. And of course, you know, if we think about it, we're going to talk about it. And man, do I have something to talk about today. I was on vacation a week before, and I'm going to tell y'all right now, I don't think I've ever read so much about coverages, buying books about coverages, cover 4, cover 3, cover 2, cover 1, all of that good stuff. Trying to learn about Dean Pease defense, and just so happen to be learning about offense as I'm reading that than I ever remember. But man, I had a great time that week going through the process of moving into the new home, me and the wife and the family. And so that's basically where I am now. So that's why I don't have everything set up, but I would not allow not having everything set up to hinder me from doing this video, because man, the things I discovered that week I have to talk about today. So I had tweeted out while I was on vacation, and I was talking about I can't wait to see what Matt Ryan looks like with Arthur Smith in those 5 wide formational sets. Put a diagram up here. If you don't know what that is, it's basically at times you will have 3 receivers on one side and 2 on another, and the quarterback will be back there in the shotgun most of the time by himself. You'll have a running back run out there to try to get the best look for your quarterback, to give him the easier reads and look for the best matchups you can possibly get. And I started digging into the Titans because I tweeted this out. I wanted to dig into their 5 wide sets. And as I started doing that, I started discovering other things in Arthur Smith's offense. And I know a lot of you savvy fans have already been digging into it and trying to see what Arthur Smith's going to bring to the table, what Dean Pease is going to bring to the table. And I started seeing 3-by-1 sets, 2-by-2 sets added into these 5 wide 3-by-2 sets that Arthur Smith likes to run. Now, a lot of this is the air raid type of spread offense, which is catered to spreading the field, stretching it, the defense horizontally and vertically at the same time. You got guys who will stretch you running horizontal on the field as well as stretching vertically, and you're looking for the best matchup you can get to be able to complete the passes that you need to complete. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Arthur Smith has to be salivating to have someone with the experience Matt Ryan has at running all of these schemes that he's getting ready to implement. Now, the only thing that I can see that Matt Ryan would need to get more consistent in is the RPO game, the run pass option game, where he can basically read what the defense is giving him, either opt to pass it off to the running back, putting it in his belly, or taking it away from him and making a nice quick pass or a deep pass, whichever is open based on what he sees, because he has sparingly done that throughout his career. So that'll be the one thing I can see that he will have to work on the most. But other than that, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I see the Falcons going in these 3-by-1 sets where you got 3 receivers on one side and 1 receiver on the other. I got a little diagram up here that I want you to see. I'm not going to show any plays per se. There's going to be a lot more still shots, because us over here, we've kind of been getting hit with copyright claims and stuff like that. And we put a lot of work into doing these videos, so I won't do that. I'm going to probably have more still shots for you guys to look at this time around. But I am thinking about doing an extended video that we will be putting up on our new Patreon, so that you can see in detail how all of these sets are interchangeable in Arthur Smith's offense. And I'm telling you, he's very creative with his motions. We already know about that, the heavy motions that he likes to use. And we just heard in camp about these motions that he was using with Kyle Pitts in rookie camp. So you know these motions are going to be heavily put and involved in changing up the formational sets that we're talking about, especially that 3-by-1 set, in order to give the quarterback as many easy reads and information he can get on what the defense is in, what they're doing, as well as get the information to his receivers and tight ends who are currently going to be on the field at that time, whichever personnel group it is. But man, These 3-by-1 sets, guys, I'm gonna tell you right now. Ryan Tannehill last year threw for 33 touchdowns. You want to know how many of those touchdowns were out of the 3-by-1 sets down in the red zone area? 14. Ladies and gentlemen, I counted going through that whole season. 14 touchdowns out of 33 touchdowns. 13 of those were passing. One of those was ran in by Ryan Tannehill himself because nobody was open at that time. He took advantage. When they took the coverage, he ran it in for a touchdown. Whether it was 3-by-1 or 3-by-1 bunch sets. I'm going to have a diagram up so that you can see what the 3-by-1 bunch sets is, because it's still in the 3-by-1. The only difference is the 3 receivers on the one side are in like a triangle type situation, and you still have the one guy receiver on the other side. But man, that's a lot of touchdowns. And some of those touchdowns, these guys felt so confident about that formational 3-by-1 set that some of those touchdowns were straight up effort and an unwillingness to go down, because they felt so confident to get the touchdown when it was presented to them in them formational sets. And man, you got to enjoy a team like that is unwilling to be beat and going to get the touchdown because they realize how valuable and important it is to score, especially against other high-scoring offenses. And I really appreciate watching something like that. And ladies and gentlemen, when you see those 3-by-1 sets now, and you got Kyle Pitts, the rookie, infused in that, who has ran a lot of that spread offense under, I believe his name, Dan Mullen at Florida. And so he is going to be infused in there. Guys, he caught 12 touchdowns last season for the Florida Gators. And do you realize he did not drop one? Yes, that is a very big time stat, man. Did not drop one touchdown that he caught. So you can only imagine him and Matt Ryan, once they get used to each other in camp, they are going to be on it. And I project Kyle Pitts could have anywhere from 15 to 20 touchdowns if they run these 3-by-1 sets down there in that red zone area, because of his big catch radius that he has and the way he's high pointing the ball at 6'6", 245 pounds. It is going to be hard for Matt Ryan to resist not throwing it to him, even in double coverage at times, because this guy is just that good at catching the football in the red zone area. And I'm going to really enjoy watching this. I'll tell you what, I went back as far as 2011 when Matt Ryan had Julio Jones, his rookie year, Roddy White, Harry Douglas, Tony Gonzalez, and Michael Turner. And you know what they were running? 3-by-1 sets, 2-by-2 sets, and 3-by-2 sets. Okay? So Matt Ryan has been running these sets a long time. And yes, fast forward to 2020, I even saw him doing it then under Dirk Cutter. Now, if it's one thing I can give Dirk Cutter credit for, is the fact that him and Matt Ryan have definitely had a lot of success in them 5 wide spread formations. Yes, they have. This is on record for that. Now, like I said, I know a lot of us are hard on Dirk Cutter, but they've had a lot of explosive plays out of those formational sets. And I can tell you right now, I know Arthur Smith has collected some of that in his playbook, and he's like, okay, we're going to make sure Matt Ryan is able to take advantage in some of those 5 wide sets, because what I did notice, they weren't as explosive under Ryan Tannehill in those sets as Matt Ryan has been with guys like Dirk Cutter. So that's going to be interesting to see how much effect that Matt Ryan is going to have really on this offense, because he's ran a lot of the stuff that Arthur Smith already runs. And Arthur Smith has to be excited right now. And I know, hey, it's been a lot about we need a new quarterback and this and that. But I'm telling you, you see these 3-by-1 sets, guys, now you are familiar with it. You know it, you recognize it, and you be ready to know what's about to go down when you see them, because I am definitely excited about what we are about to be witnessing, especially with Kyle Pitts being infused into those 3-by-1 sets. And like I said, I'm going to do a video, an extended video, so that you guys can see how these formations are interchangeable with each other and how the quarterback is able to manipulate these formations to be able to get the best reads and matchups that he can get during the whole course of the action. And it is very unique, guys, how Arthur Smith is creative and innovative on this offense. Other than that, man, I just had to come out and share that. Hey, guys, thank you for over 4,000 subscribers. We really appreciate it. And everyone who has been very supportive in the super chats. Continue to subscribe, like, share, comment. All the guys you know have their own shows that they do within the Pound for Pound ATL network that we have here at the YouTube channel. You guys have been very supportive. Keep doing that. Hey, again, my name is Toby D. Think Tank. Peace. I'm out.